pretty sharp. Let me just see if I can let you get the... That's one of the clutch discs, that's one of the steels. They pretty much all look like that. Alright, so we got this. Yeah, these are completely destroyed, clutches and steels. There's not much left of them. Okay, here's the intermediate shaft. The only thing I'm going to be doing to this is bushings on each side. This, the 4L80s like to eat the bushings. Pretty much every one of these gets a bushing kit. Alright, now I'm going to get the snap ring out for the intermediate clutch. And that clutch sits in the brake is the snap ring. Okay, these are going to be changed as well. The clutches are bad and the teeth are worn down. Another piece of the pressure plate. Okay, now, next to come out would pretty much be the gear train. But let me just drain some of the oil out of this. Gear train out, we have to get, there is a snap ring. We took the center support bolt out already, but we have to get the cooler line fitting out, which goes right into the center support. So let's go ahead and take that out. Okay. This is the cooler line fitting, and this part here goes into the center support. So you got to make sure you take that out or it's not going to come out after the snap ring is out. Okay, so let's see if we can get the snap ring out. This I believe is a beveled one. Just get it started and you pull it. This is a beveled snap ring, flat on one side, beveled on the other side, and the bevel is going to face up. Okay, here is the center support. There is the bushing in here. Actually doesn't feel too bad, but again, these 4L80Es like to eat bushings, so I always change them. Okay, here's you have a race, it's going to be here, and this washer went inside there. Okay, next to come out is the sun gear. And then let's see if we can get the gear tray out. Okay. And we'll pull that apart. And the last thing, well, you know what, let me get this little snap ring out. I guess it's some kind of spacer for the center support. And here's the reverse band. Also, this is burn up. So this is going to be changed. And then in the back you have, this one goes in the case, and this one goes on the back here, like that. Alright, so let me just clean up a little here. I'm going to move the case, get rid of the oil, and we'll open up the pump and check out the planners and stuff, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and we'll open up a couple items we got here. Check them out. First thing is the gear train. I'm going to take this plastic washer off, and then what I'm going to do is turn this here, and there's a snap ring. I'm going to take the snap ring out. Okay, this of course is the four-wheel drive setup with the short shaft. And here's the snap ring. And this tail shaft will come off. Alright, there's a bushing in here that should be changed. And then we have another bearing. It goes on just like that. And then this shaft is going to slide up. Be careful, there's more bearings. Okay, I caught the race. And this one will come out. This is a bearing, and it also has a shim. So you just want to be careful once you pull the bearing off. Some of these have them and some of them don't, so you want to make sure that you check for that. Okay, and the gears, pretty much you just want to see if these things are rocking back and forth. This feels okay. So I think we'll be good with that. That's the main planet, and this is actually where it locks in apart. These right here. Okay, so we'll get rid of these. This here is the direct drum, which houses the sprag on top. This sprag rotates freewheels clockwise, locks counterclockwise, and it has a spiral clip that holds it in. This is an element sprag, it's not a spring and roller, so you just peel up this spring clip, and then you take the top piece off, and then the sprag will come right out. It's an element sprag. And then here's the bottom piece. That'll go like this. I like to keep everything together, just like that. And then you want to make sure your race is nice and smooth, it's perfect. And also inside the drum where the center support rides, when they were using they use different rings now, but when they were using like the steel rings, you constantly get grooves in here. So just make sure, run your finger and make sure it's smooth on both sides. Alright, this is the front planet. The front planet houses the low sprag. Looks like it has things on it that it sits on. So this we'll put aside. Again, with the gears, check them, make sure they don't rock back and forth. The reverse band rides here. There's a bushing in here, reverse reaction bushing I think they call it, and that should also be changed. All the bushings on the 4L80 should be changed. Okay, the overdrive. These clutches are good. Well, a little bit, but they are passable. And then this snap ring will come off. And this all comes apart, but you need a special tool to put that back together. This actually is the tool. These are the three pieces. You got kind of a base that it sits on, and then and each of these is for the O-ring. And as you slide the piece down, the tool will slide down with it, and it'll go on. So this one will go here. This one will go, I think, on the inside. That's used as a base up to that effect. But this is the tool. I like to change these. I mean, I have the tool, so I might as well change it. Actually, I'll probably see if I can film that, just to show everybody how it goes together. Okay, this is the input shaft. You want to check, make sure it's smooth here. This is the overrun clutch, overdrive plant. This also has a sprig. This freewheels counter, locks to the clock. We can take this apart, but we got to get this snap ring out right here. It's got the eyelids. Okay, that's the snap ring. And then the shaft will slide out. These rings here, a little tricky to do, but you know, it can be done. Should be changed. This planet is going to come right out. The sprig is kind of locked in it, but you give it a twist. See, the sprig is going to sit like this, and it won't come. And well, this one came out, but normally you give a little twist, and it'll come right out. All right, let's see how these frictions are here. Okay, these aren't too bad. I can still see the writing on them. But I did order a banner kit, so I'm probably just going to change everything. And this also has a molded piston in it. This is the overrun. One note on the center support, especially on the earlier ones, you want to make sure your rings spin free. This way they can do their job and seal. So you want to check that, especially on the earlier ones. A lot of times, if they aren't spinning free, you can get a file and free these things up. And here is the seal where the fitting goes into. The fitting goes into here. Okay, here is the pump. All right, this is going to have a washer on it, right here. And let's take this pump apart, see if I can use my little one. This has this, one of the bolts, this special thing, and this goes right here in this hole. Kind of sits right into place. Okay, so we got our pump gears. Actually looks pretty good. You want to feel the crescent. I don't really feel any lip at all. I like that. This looks pretty good. And this is your stator. Houses the pressure regulator. I get the new boost valve from Sonic's, the factory style one. I don't like the ones with the O-rings because they are known to wear. And here's something else that I wanted to show you. This, when you buy the one from Sonic's, where am I? Okay, when you buy the one from Sonic's, it also comes with a plug with an O-ring, because this O-ring normally leaks, and I believe it leaks possibly the torque signal oil or maybe converted charge oil, I'm not sure. But you want to make sure that you either take this plug out, run your line cutter around it to make a lip and knock it back in, or put one with an O-ring. I'm actually going to check this now, see if it leaks. I'm going to put the camera up close to show you what happens. I'll be back in a sec. All right, I got some oil on this plug. right here. Now I'm going to blow through, and you're going to see the plug pretty much leaking oil all around. That's why it's got to be sealed. See all the bubbles? So that's either like torque signal, converter charge oil, something like that. So that's why you want to make sure you seal off that plug. All right, now we have the valve body. This is your accumulator housing. Houses the third and fourth accumulator. There are no check balls in this valve body. There is a screen. There should be a screen when you pull the plate off. There should be a screen. Actually, I'm going to do that in a minute. And also there is a screen. This is the manual valve. Okay, here's the manual valve. And behind the manual valve, this is the train right here. You have to knock this pin out, take this plug out. And there's also a screen behind the manual valve. And I would recommend that gets changed on every overhaul, because sometimes that will even get clogged. And it would do all kinds of, make the transmission do all kinds of crazy stuff, even to the point possibly you'll have maybe just second gear, which may feel like fail-safe, and no codes. So that screen should be changed. It's behind this plug here. So let's take these bolts out. Okay, I think this is your fourth. I know it's third and fourth. I think this might be the fourth. This might be the third accumulator. And there's pistons in here have the D-rings on them. Of course, that's going to get changed. Okay, now we can take the separator plate off. Again, no check balls in this valve body. Everything is in the case. And here is that, oh, we have a broken clip. I'll have to find out where that goes. We have a broken clip that just fell out. I'm hoping that's showing up. That holds a valve in somewhere. So I'll have to see where that goes. And here is the screen that I was talking about. Here's one of them, and the other one is actually right in here. You knock that out, plug out. Actually, what I do is take the manual valve out. This will come right out. You knock the pin out, and then I got a long screwdriver. I just knock everything through. And this is the valve body on the 4L80E. So actually, let me see if I can knock this pin out quick, and I'll get that filter out. Let's see if I can do this. Sometimes you have to remove the solenoid because it might be in the way. Hoping I'll be able to sneak past it. Okay, here's the pin. Then I take a long screwdriver. Yeah, it's not going to pass it. Let me take that solenoid off real quick. So here's the solenoid. Actually, I'll just move it out of the way, and then we'll hit this out. Okay. And this is the screen that you should change. There's an O-ring here, and this screen goes in. O-ring first, just like that. All right, so I also have to find out where that broken clip went. So I'm going to start cleaning this thing up. I got some parts coming. And again, 4L80E teardown inspection. Found quite a bit of damage with the direct clutch. Bands are bad. Juke basic overhaul with a bushing kit. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. All right, guys, real quick, I just want to let you know the clip that was broken that I found out where it went. I found actually the other piece, so when the clip is all together, it's going to probably look something like that. And that is going to go, it actually holds in the lockup solenoid. I'll show you where it goes. Let me just back out a little bit so I can get the valve body here. Okay, the clip is going to go right here. Here's the lockup solenoid, and the clip's going to go right here, straight through this side. So that's where the clip goes. I just want to let you know. All right, guys, thanks.